Banger's Dome. There we go. Sure, once I get her and I get Frog, Magus is pretty much the only last person to get. Throwing rocks at me. Whatever that is. What the? Oh, okay, I shouldn't use that. I should do it. Her combat capabilities far exceed those of ordinary humans. I like that move. Oh, Stone is pretty good. They only used one MP for that move. We looked it over, we're looking for Dreamstone. Come on, man. I really wish they would remake Chrono Trigger, like a full Chrono Trigger remake for console and PC. Like 4K quality, everything. I'm not sure if I wasn't paying attention. Chrono's gonna die. Or not. Nope. Nope. Yeah, oh shit, Gaming Since Gaming. That's a pretty cool name. That's a name that I could relate to. Gaming Since Gaming. One, two. Oh my gosh, I can't make that anymore. I used to be able to make that all the time. It'll probably happen after Final Fantasy VII is out. Yeah, I think so. I heard rumors Square Enix wanted to actually remake almost a lot of their old RPG games, you know, from the early 90s. But I heard that all depends on the success and value of the Final Fantasy VII remake. I heard rumor that if FF7 remake, you know, meets their expectations or maybe exceeds their expectations, I heard they're considering remaking Chrono Trigger and a few other older MMORPG games. Cause honestly, they'll see how. Yeah, that's the bad thing too. If the Final Fantasy VII remake becomes, you know, successful to their standard that they've seen, that could also be bad because what you said, they'll see how successful 7 is and ride that train. And that's what they did too in Final Fantasy VII. Yeah, see, Secret of Mana, Xenogears, I love those games. The games I want to see remake was, yeah, Secret of Mana was one of them, Xenogears was another. Chrono Trigger, this game, I want to see a full 4K remake, dude, like, all-out remake. Even Secret of Evermore, Secret of Evermore was actually a pretty cool game. Or, what was the other game? Bahamut Lagoon. Did you ever play that game? The Bahamut Lagoon was actually a really good game. Yeah. Like, I know, okay, when Squaresoft fused with Enix, I know Tri-Ace Enix is a good RPG company too, but I don't know, it felt like something happened. Like, when Square Enix joined together, it felt like something happened. Like, I don't know what it is. But I did notice that when Square Enix joined together, I noticed the combat system changed. Oh, I actually had the Japanese copy because when I was in Hawaii, what do you call that? My uncle used to go take trips and stuff. But I remember back then in Super Nintendo, to play the Japanese version, you just have to break the tabs off on the Super. That's how I had to do to play it though. But the game was expensive, you know, the Japanese version. I think it was like almost like $70 for it or something like that. I beat the game, but then I could never understand the language. Like, just like when Metal Gear Solid came out, I actually bought the Japanese version of Metal Gear, and this was an accident because this is like before Metal Gear came out to US. We had a store in Hawaii that sold Japanese games too. Like they would import it, but when they sold it to us, the price was outrageous. Like okay, like when a brand new US game just comes out like day one in Hawaii, the store used to sell the game. It would be like, you know, like normal $50 something for PlayStation games, but this company in Hawaii, we used to have it. They used to sell imported games too, like Japanese games, so and every single console, even handheld consoles. And then when they used to sell the Japanese version of the games, like brand new day one out, they used to sell it at like $20 more. Like if the US version was 50 something, the Japanese version for us would be like 70 or something like that. Oh, there's a game called Treasure Hunter X. Never came out here. I never played it. Treasure Hunter X. Yeah, I would like to see Chrono Trigger have a remake. Oh, Treasure Hunter. Yeah. I honestly like the FF7 remake. It looks great. I like I don't mind the new combat system, honestly. Like, I really don't mind the new combat system. I wouldn't mind the new combat system if the other characters in the party could fight too. Like, I think that's the only reason why back then games like Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy VI, all the older games, the reason why the way I see it, the combat system was turn-based, because back then there was no actual way to control all three characters in real-time battle back then. Not until like later on. Yeah, that's what it looks like. It does look like that to me. What I did notice, what was different from Final Fantasy 15 and Kingdom Hearts, I noticed that you don't always have to use the main character. Like, I noticed you can character switch in between the battles, like how they showed Barrett fighting. So you're clearly controlling Barrett and other characters too. I want to see Tifa though in Final Fantasy 7 remake. You know her, not Tifa in the Advent Children costume, but Tifa in her old original FF7 costume, the white shirt with the black skirt. I like that costume the most still. There's a few other old RPG games that I didn't mind, that I don't mind seeing. Oh yeah. You know, Tifa was actually one of the hardest hitting characters in the game. I keep forgetting about that. I think the weakest hitting character in the game was actually, I think Barrett was the weakest, you know. I think Barrett was the weakest hitting character in Final Fantasy VII.